Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Dungeon Meshi episode number 17 reaction. So the previous episode, Lysa's group met up with Shuro's group and Kabru's also there and his group is also there. So we kind of talked with each other, got introduced to the new characters, kind of a little bit, not like we don't know them properly enough, but a little bit of introduction. And we also get to know a little bit of Shuro's background, like where he comes from, and what his situation is, and why did he not join Lyos's group, because he immediately went back and talked to asked, I forgot the girl's name, the lady who is like Shuro's caretaker. He asked her for help, and she gathered the people and decided to follow him. And as Shuro said, Shuro probably thought that Lyos's group will like come later on, because obviously they're missing team members and everything, so they'll probably go back and wait for a little bit and then start their journey to find Falin. So all these reasons, that is why he didn't immediately contact Lyos. He thought that they'll probably take a while, so let me just go in and try to find her. So that was his idea. So we know why he didn't join Lyos's group, right? And while all of that is happening, in the later part of the episode, Lyos tells Shuro about what happened to Falin, and he got mad when Lyos talked about like black magic, and and he's like, and now you have like a whole like people will target you now, especially the elves and all that. So all that stuff is happening now. So let's see what happens in today's episode. This is episode number 17. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. All right, here we go. Well, she's a sister. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he realizes that he would have done the same thing. Yep. Yeah, like this is one thing that also bothered me throughout the whole thing. I was like, how is he's so casual about it? Like, but we know this is literally what Lyos is now. We know his personality. Oh, oh God, what's happening? Oh Lord. Yeah, well, no. Oh God. He's a lot tired, I think. Yeah. Hmm. Oh God, what? Hey, harpy! Harpies! Oh Lord. Damn, these things are fast, yeah. Okay, I think like yeah, like ninjas will be very advantageous. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't think she'll tell. There's the Shikigami. Yeah, that person as well. Maizuru as well. Oh, Kaburu's as well. Yes. Yeah, yeah, that is the bigger problem. Yeah, Kabru will. um Staff as well. No, not now, later. Whoa! What? Oh my god! Hey, they're getting defeated. Wait, what? Is that a cockroach? No. Is that a chicken? Wait, what? Falin is here? Oh my god, what's happening? Oh! Oh my god! Oh yeah, she was changing, I remember, in the previous episode. In the end, we saw. Oh lord. Oh no, this is not good. Oh, whoa, whoa, oh my god, she's gotten bigger. What the hell? What is this? A chimera or something? Oh, yo, Lias is. Lias is cracked in the head. Lias needs therapy. Right. Oh no. I don't think you can take that liberty. She's extremely strong. Oh god. Ah, what the? No, 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 no. I don't think you can do anything. Oh my god, she's too strong. Oh no, she is getting injured. Like I said, I don't think you can take that liberty of she's too strong. You cannot. You have to go all out. Yeah, she's like a chimera. Oh, what is that? Oh no. Oh my god. Oh no 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 no. Ah. Oh. Ugh. Is that like a like the Undine? Yeah, it's the Undine, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh no 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 no! I don't think you can. Oh, yeah, she can use magic as well, obviously. Whoa, what? Wait. Oh, why is he taking out his armor? Ah, okay. Yeah, he did say that, but now he's. Oh no. Oh god. I think she kind of reverted back for a moment. Her eyes changed, and now she's is back again. Oh! Oh, that is why he was. That is why he was taking out his armor to be sneaky, so that it doesn't make noise. Oh god, I. Yeah. But then what about the people that like what will we cannot carry them all? Oh my god, what do we do about that then? Okay. Is she healing herself? No, what is that? Oh god, spikes. Ah. Oh god. What the hell we do now? Did her eyes change for a moment? I think so, didn't it? She's trying to run away now because she probably like got back her reason. We have to. I don't know what we do. We cannot like resurrect. Can we? Oh, okay, he can. Not everyone. Yeah, yeah. The exactly. He's back. Who? Oh yeah, Maizuru. Maybe because she has some tricks up her sleeves. Can she resurrect? Another spell, different spell, and nobody will trust her now. Oh god. No, I think that is exactly because yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. So that's what happened. Okay, come on. Oh, yeah, that is true. Like, what do we do now? Maybe the magician, if we do something to him, maybe he can do something. Yeah, like, I think that's the only way. Exactly. And I don't think we can defeat Falin in this form. Maybe the elves can do it, but. Mm, yeah, like, here's another thing. Like, I can appreciate what he's saying, but here's also another thing. I don't like. Like, Shuro's like. Like, I'll talk about this later. Like, he's. Whatever he's saying is correct, but at the same time, like, I don't like the fact that he's just. Oh my god. Yeah, that is your reason? Yeah, he needs rest. What? Hello? Why is this? Oh my god. Yeah, that is true. He is a bit. Yeah. 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 He does in his dance, you said that. You said that, his dance. Oh my goodness. He's pulling his hair. Oh my. Guys, I don't think this is the time to fight. People are dying. Right. Okay. Great. Yeah, oh god. Three missing. Wait, what? Oh my god, since she's still holding the food. Hmm. But I think you need. Yeah, you need every help that you can get. Like, yeah, she can help in the healing process that is going to. Oh my god. That is going to, like, cut down the. They're still fighting. The stress on Maizuru. Like, she can only resurrect others. I'm better fed than you are. Yeah, like I said, he needs his energy. Um, Keep in mind these are made from monsters, so you know. Um, oh no, wait, that Mysore made that. That's not made from monsters. Never mind. Hmm. Oh, she's missing. They're like, what? One little scrap and everything's okay? One little fight with friends? Homeland. Oh. Hmm. Oh, I see. Hmm. What? Yeah. Really? Okay. No, it did work. What? Yeah. Wait, what? Ah, okay. So she's more like her organs. Right. Yep. Yeah, but he will be like because he's fighting as monsters. Yeah. Exactly. Like this is what that orc was talking about. Like, what are you going to do if you become the lord of the dungeon? What will you do then? You have no idea about what you're doing. Yeah. Hmm. Making tamagoyaki? Yeah. Harpy egg omelette. Yeah. While all of that is happening, bruh, he, yeah. Father, remember he hates monsters, so the dog is like, they're throwing the. Right. Hmm. Yeah. Damn. Hmm. What? Will it resonate? So, ah. Well, obviously. Okay. Yeah, do you? Oh no, he's going to say something. Oh no, he remembers. Okay. So it's going to come back. Yeah, so he's going to come back, I'm guessing. Yeah, we're back again inside the dungeon. Chilchak is like, oh, hmm. Oh god, that was a crazy episode. Oh, I just realized now that freaking leg of the chicken, it's falling. Oh boy, what the hell, man? Okay, right. Oh boy, this episode was something. Good God. All right, so Falin has become a chimera now. I'm guessing. Like at first, I was thinking, what is she? Like a I don't know, like a chicken or something, like a cockatrice or something like that. But no, she has like she not only that she has like the tail of the like a dragon. Oh, yeah, that's a dragon's body, and on top of it there's the feathers. Where did she get those feathers from? Like I can understand the dragon's legs and the tail, but where did she? Wait, they used the dragon's flesh, and what else did they use to resurrect Falin? Oh no, I cannot remember. They used another thing, didn't they? But okay, so yeah, so that's why she's like a chimera. Obviously, like not necessarily chimera means that it has to be like a lion or a goat, or a snake. Chimera literally means that it can be anything, like a mixture of different creatures. That's a chimera. So I think she can fall in the chimera category. I'm not really sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. So she has become a chimera. Like she has like her soul and everything. And here's another thing that we got to know today is that the reason why she is like why her personality is also taking a drastic change because like the dragon soul has merged with her, and that is why she's kind of coming back and coming and going back now and then. And in the final scene where she left, that part I need to go back to that part and see that part again. I think for a very small moment her eyes changed, which indicated that she turned back to her normal self, probably realized what she's doing, that she's attacking Laios and her group, and realized that I cannot continue like doing this, so decided to run at that moment. Otherwise, they would have been dead if she continued fighting there. You know what? I've gone to that section. I need to check. At that particular moment, her eyes changed, didn't it? Let me check. Yeah, her eyes changed. No, or did it? I think so. I'm not really sure. they, like, her hair was on top of her eyes, so you cannot really properly tell. But I think her eyes changed, and she immediately realized, like, no, if I stay here a single moment, I'll turn back to the dragon. Like, my personality will turn back to the dragon, and I'll probably hurt them. So best thing is to do is run away from here. So she just bolted out. Right. Now, a lot of things I have to talk about in today's episode. First of all, the whole, like, the big thing for today's episode is obviously Shuro and Laios's conversation about like Laios saying that, yeah, like, what you did was obviously wrong. Like, obviously he's pissed off at Marcel because she used the, like, the black magic, but she's also even more pissed off at Laios because he he's like so casual about this, and not only that, he's just like, he doesn't understand what he did wrong. Now I think I understand, like, what, like, as he said, he probably would have done the same thing at that moment, but what is angering him is the fact that Laios is just so casual about it. That is what is angering him. It's not the fact that he, like, obviously it is the fact that he brought Falin back in this, tried to bring her back in this weird way, and now Falin is literally a monster now, and, like, it's like even more difficult. And as Kabru said, like, we cannot allow you guys to, just to save your loved one, to exchange her life with our loved ones. Like, this is not a, like, like, I'm not going to allow that. So, without thinking about the, like, the conclusion and all the other stuff, like how this is going to go and how this might roll, Lars is just so casual about it, and he's like, "Oh, we ate dungeon food and we did this, we did that," like, as if, like, he's like in an amusement park going through the attractions. That's how casual he is, and so happy he is. So I think that is what is probably the reason why he got so pissed, because, yeah, like, if it was just, if Laios was like, you could, if you could see that Laios was, like, very torn up about the fact that he did this, or, like, thinking about the fact that what he did was wrong, and how he shouldn't have done that, I don't think Shuro would have reacted like this. Like, because he himself said, I would have done the same thing. But the main difference between Shuro and Laios is that Shuro, even if he had done this thing, he probably would have struggled, to come to that decision, and, probably he would have, like, I don't know, like, regretted it, or, something like it. You would see the regret behind what he did, and, not as if, just like how Laios is treating it so casually. That I think angered him. you know yeah. However, you can see Marcel is regretting it, like, not regret, I would say, but she is just, like, devastated about the whole situation. So in that way, you can say that Marcel obviously is a lot different than Laios. Like, Marcel, you can put Marcel in the same category as Shuro. Like Shuro said, I would have probably done the same thing, but I wouldn't have acted like how Laios is acting. So Marcel probably falls in the same category as Shuro. Unlike Laios, who's just, like, so, like, casual about the whole thing, and he isn't really understanding what he did and how crazy it was. Not only did it put everyone else in danger, his whole team in danger, because now everyone will be, under investigation by the elves and all that. Who knows what will happen to them if this whole thing goes out. Not only that will happen, but also the fact that he is making Falin go through so much pain. Like, if he just let it go, then that would have been it. Now, as Shuro said, what are you going to do now? Like, will you defeat her again? Will you use some other body parts of monsters to resurrect her back again? And will this continue? Is this going to happen? Like, keep continuing? You're going to lose your teammates one by one, and you're still going to keep continuing, like, trying to resurrect your sister back, without letting her go. So, like, what now? That kind of thing. So yeah, I 100% agree with Shuro. However, at the same time, I would like to say that, I don't know, like, this is what actually bothers me a little bit. Like, I agree completely with him. but at the same time, like he he hasn't gone through any of this. Like what I'm trying to say is that Laios and his group has been in this, like dungeon for so long, doing like all of these things just to try to get Fallen back, and we saw what they're going through, like all that stuff. So I think it is a teensy like a little bit, like it bothered me that the fact that he like yeah he went through his own troubles and his own situation as well. The fact that he is just like acting like that when he went through none of that. Like if this was if what Shuro told Laios, if Chilchak did that, I would have been like, yeah, sure, why not? Because Chilchak was with us. He went through the whole thing, and like I can understand, like that's why I'm saying a very tiny bit. I'm a bit conflicted about that whole battle, like not battle, but that whole like squabble between two of them, that little scrap that they had. I'm a little bit bothered by it because like he didn't go through the whole thing that Laios went through, just like how Shuro went through his own situation. Laios also and his group also went through their own situation as well. So being someone who wasn't in there, and like now he's like, yeah, like a very little bit, but I completely agree with him. Like I completely agree with him because he is right. Like what now? Like you're going to like defeat Falin and then resurrect her back again. Like when will this end? So here's another thing that Laios said, and that I kind of agree with, that we're not going to do that. What we will do is we will get the magician, because he is the one who actually started all of this. Yeah, Marcel's resurrection spell definitely made Falin like this, but after he came, he was the one who triggered all of this. So I think if we can either defeat him or go to him and, I don't know, like convince him to undo this, maybe this will work. So don't know how this will work exactly, because Fallen will still be the dragon probably. I don't know if like like the magician can revert her back or do something like that. Not really sure, but yeah, like that is, I think, the best bet now that we have, like to help Fallen and at the same time to stop the whole thing. So yeah, I kind of agree with that on lines. Like we have to now go to the magician. There's no other way. I don't see any other way. This happening. Um, right. So yeah, that is I think my whole opinion about this. I completely agree with Shuro, but at the same time, right? I feel like, yeah, like I don't know, like it's probably because we, like, from the very first episode, I, like, not only me but every single person who's watching this is watching this through Laios's perspective, and seeing through like 16 episodes, we saw what happened with Laios and his group, how they, like, went through the different floors, like, how they, like, did their thing, defeated the monsters, ate them, and then they also struggled, they also had happy times. Like, since we've been following them, I think that is why I'm a teensy little bit biased towards Laios and his group, just because of that, because we've been seeing them, seeing them go through this whole thing. So suddenly seeing like a character who we barely saw up until now come and yeah, I think that is just a little bit, you know kind of, yeah. And I feel like if we like spend a similar amount of time with Shuro, if we saw like a lot of Shuro and saw what he was going through as well, this probably wouldn't have happened. But we're just watching Laios and his group, so obviously I will be a little bit biased on them, but yeah, I completely agree with Shuro. That is the truth. That is like a, like you know, like what Shuro said and what he's like, like why he's reacting like this. That is 100% truth. Like, because yeah, Laios needs to stop. Another thing, that is the whole like Laios's personality of just not really caring about humans, being insensitive, and like and acting like that. and just being so obsessed with monster. This is another thing that is a bit weird, as we can see, like, because the first thing Lyle said when he saw Falin was like, oh wow, that's so cool. Imagine, like, imagine seeing your sister like that. Like, every single person's like this is what I'm saying, like, you might think that Marcel and Laios are kind of the same because they both wanted to bring Falin back and all that, but Marcel is very different from Laios. I think that scene completely proved that. Every single person was just flabbergasted and devastated seeing Falin like that, even Marcel, while Laios was like, oh wow, that's so cool, or something like that, he said. I'm like, what the hell? Why? Like, really? That is the first thing that comes to your head? So, yeah, that is the biggest proof of how Laios is like this. But at the same time, like I said, this is Laios, like, you have to accept that. He himself needs to understand this and probably work on this whole thing. But this is just him, like, what is the most the thing that bothers us the most about Laios' personality is one thing that Shuro said. He is so, what did he call it? Innocent? No, innocent. No, not innocent, but he's so, yeah, there's no malice behind his, like, the way he acts and reacts. There's no malice behind it. That is the part that is extremely unnerving. It's just like he's genuinely fascinating. This is what, like, I remember, like, another character like this, just like this, in another show, and that is what made the character so good. It's Gon from Hunter x Hunter, if you remember. I'm sure everyone has seen Hunter x Hunter. Like, if you remember, during the whole Chimera Ants arc, and before that as well, it was hinted thoroughly that Gon has a very weird fascination about learning something new and getting to know something new. His morality is kind of out of tune. It's a little bit wacky type of morality. Like, he doesn't judge people based on their morality, but judges people based on how fascinated he is with them. Like, looking at a thief, he was fascinated about the fact that he's doing something like this, but he didn't really judge the morality. That was the thing that was really unnerving about Gon, and the fact that he does that without any malice, is literally the same thing about Laios. He's just has this weird type of obsession with monsters, and doesn't really care about human beings that much, unless and until they're like, he really gets close to them. And he does that with no malice. Like, he's genuinely like this. So, yeah, that is the thing that probably makes Shuro, like, as Shuro said, that I was never good with you just because of this. Like, you were insensitive, you're just, like, just there, like, and you have this weird type of personality. But the biggest thing that made me so uncomfortable with you is that you do this without any malice, and that is why I said, like, you could have just told me. But it's a bit what can I say? It's a bit difficult to say something like that to your friend, like, oh, you know what, dude, you're weird, kind of like that. Unless until you're really good friends with them. If you're really good friends with them, your friend can tell that to you. It's fine. But the position in where Shuro and Laios was in, even though he was feeling weird, and also another thing, he likes his sister. How can he tell that to Laios? Like, you know what? You're kind of weird. Like, or what? Like, all these things I can understand. Like, Shuro not being able to be open with Laios. Like, yeah, like, something like that. Anyways, so that's the thing. Like, that is what made him so uncomfortable with Laios. But Laios at the same time says that, like, unless until you tell me, I won't understand. You're the only one of my only friends that I got close to here. And he says, like, you told me about different places. You gave me so many things. You saved me in my times of need. And yeah, and you can see, like, Laios genuinely thinks of Shuro as his friend. And this is what I'm saying. Even though he isn't really interested in humans, he or strangers, he's very like like friendly with the people who he has gotten close to, like his whole party. Then we have Shuro as well, like he's very close to them and thinks about them. Unlike his total, was that word apathy, I think, yeah, towards other people or strangers. For people who he knows, he's very like very friendly with them, and his personality is completely different with them. Right. So yeah, that was today's episode. Like I said, really good episode. Falin's whole that whole thing. And when first Falin came, like it was shown, I didn't properly realize. I thought that was a different monster, and Falin was there probably just like along with the monster or something. And then when I saw her, I remembered that literally in the previous episode, in the after credit scene, we saw something happening to Falin, and that's when I made like like I was able to put two and two together. I was like, oh, so yeah, the Falin has transformed into this, something like that. Yeah, and but I didn't expect her to be that big. Like she's like huge. Like I don't know. I just thought probably she'd be like a the normal size as a human being or something. She's huge. Makes sense. She's like like she's like half dragon, half chicken, half like human. Right. I think this is the first time I've seen a chimera who has a human within it. Isn't it? Like usually it's like lions and goats and snakes. Um, yeah. I guess in a way you could say that she kind of reminds us as like of a centaur. Like how the upper part is like a human and the leg part is like a the horses. She's more like a centaur, but her body or leg part is made of that chicken feather or whatever, and the dragon legs and tails. So she's a very interesting type of chimera. That is just like yeah. Either way, that was that. So yeah, that is my whole impression about this episode. I completely agree with Shuro, and yeah, but now at this point of time, like I feel like they have to go further in and just I don't know, deal with the magician, I guess. Right. And Marcel was very like what can I say? Today's episode, Marcel was just completely depressed because after she realized that yeah, like what I've done, like I'm just making Falin go through all of this and making her more suffer more. And not only that, I also put my friends in trouble as well. Something like that. Okay. And now here's another thing. As I said, they're going to go and talk to the Lord of the island, and I do wonder what they will decide here. Here's the thing. Um, I'm pretty sure the elves will be informed of this. So now, will the elves try to come and hunt us down because of this or something? Or here's the thing, the lord of the place. If you remember, he said something like he's very interested. Obviously, he's interested in the blueprint of the thing, the resurrection thing. He's very interested in that, and he's trying to like after when he's going to get his hands on that, then only he will start negotiating with the elves. I think when Shura and everyone will go out, and the first thing they'll do is probably talk to the lord of the island, as they said. They will probably prevent this whole information to get leaked to the elves, because they will probably be like, oh, you know what, let us use this to advantage. They are going towards to the magician to stop him. I think they'll probably be like, let them do that. And like there's a good chance they might be able to get the blueprint, and before that happens, they'll probably prevent this information to go out to the elves, because if the elves know about this, they'll come and try to hunt them down. I think something like that is going to happen. There's a big chance that's going to happen, because that dude, he's trying to do whatever he can to get his hands on that thing, and if the elves get to know about this, they will come here immediately. But I do think the elves will get involved eventually, because I've seen the trailer of this second part, and also in the opening, the ending, we literally see the elves, so they're definitely going to get involved somehow. I don't know exactly how, But let's wait for that. Either way, yeah, that was a crazy episode. Like a lot of deaths and a lot of things happened. But oh, I forgot that girl is missing. What was her name? I forgot her name. One of her. Wait, so she's here. Okay, Shuro did say that maybe she ran away or something. I don't think she ran away. Like, what? Like, I think like she got flung away somewhere or something. I don't know what happened. You know what? I feel like I need to go back and check these scenes to see what happened to her because she was fighting at the very beginning, wasn't she? Or was she not? I'm not really sure. So, yeah, so is she like now? We don't know what happened to her. Like, is she like stuck here now? Something. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe she's just going to be like one of those characters that. Will she? I don't know. I was going to say maybe she'll be one of those characters who we just see for a moment and then they just get, just die, like one of the side, like a very side mob characters or something. But I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen because he was kind of involved. Yeah. So either we will find her where she is, because I'm sure she's somewhere in the dungeon. Maybe we'll meet her or bump into her or something. I don't know. And yeah, but I don't think she ran away. Yeah, let's wait and see. Right. Okay, is there anything else that I need to talk about? No, that's it. That's literally what happened. Shuro, like they had the battle with Falin. Falin went away. Then obviously Shuro was pissed. Kabul was also pissed, and they talk about the whole thing. Shuro talks about how Laios, he's not comfortable with Laios, and Laios is like, "What the hell, dude? I thought you were my friend." And they start fighting each other, like punching each other, um, pulling each other's mouth and cheek, pulling each other's hairs. Obviously, Shuro cannot do that because Laios' hair is shorter. Laios grabbed his ponytail and started tugging on it. And while all of that was happening, like everyone got healed and resurrected. And there you go. Now, and then Kabru was fed monster stuff, monster food, and he ate it, even though he wasn't comfortable with it. Another thing happened is that Shuro gave him Laios like a bell that could help them out later on, and not only that, Kabru also said that please remember my name next time. So I think he's going to come back. So let's wait and see. And there you go, guys. That was today's episode. Yeah, so that is it. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. So very first scene, we get to see obviously that part with Shuro pointing his sword, his katana at Laios, and yeah. So here Kablu kind of says like like you did this, like you shouldn't have taken this risk. You should have let her be, dead. At which she was like, stop it. I know if I was there at the same time, I would have done the same thing. So yeah. But as Shuro said, like I said, this is what I was saying. Shuro wasn't angry, or yeah, he was angry, but he wasn't reacting at the fact that Laios resurrected her back, because as he said, he would have done the same thing. But his attitude is just what irks him, because he's so okay. This is one thing I wanted to talk about. I forgot to mention. I've like in the very first episode, if you remember, when I was reacting, I said something like this. Like I was like, "Wait, what the hell is up with him?" His sister like almost sacrificed himself, and he's just like his attitude is just so, like so bouncy and everything. Like what's happening, And then I probably thought that it's probably because like death is like a thing which like you can resurrect people. That is why maybe his attitude is like this. But as time went on and on, I just realized this is just him. In times, even when times which are like this, which are very serious and very like crazy, he has this weird type of upbeat attitude just because he's dealing with monsters. um so like like this actually really bothered me from the very first episode as well. I even commented on that in the very first episode reaction. So, and this is what he brings up here. Shuro brings up. Shuro's like, his attitude is too much. um we fed on monsters. Think my favorite is the red dragon because of the memories. Look, this is a monster sword. We have used black magic, but you won't tell anyone, right? He's like, yeah, that is what irks me. I have no idea what is going through your head. And and while they were having this whole conversation, Chilchak is like, oh, like they have, like, monsters have started attacking. So they quickly go out, and you can see Laya says that, oh, like I'm sad that Shuro is angry because I really, like, care about him as a friend. He's one of my only friends who told me about different places, like saved me when I was in trouble, and like all that stuff. So for him to act like that and get angry like that, I must have really messed up. So yeah, the fact that he's not even understanding what's wrong, yeah, that is just nothing I can say about it. Like, it's just him. Like, as Shuro said, the fact that he has no malice in his heart is the thing that makes it even more difficult to deal with. Anyways, after that you get to see the harpies are starting to attack, and at first it was only the harpies, so they were like, all right, like, we can take care of it. So Maizuru and the other girls, the kunoichis, they start their battle. Okay, that girl was still here, wasn't it? Yeah, at that point she was still here. Asebi, that's her name. So at that point she was still there, so they were fighting. Now here, Chilchak tells Marcel that Laya told everything to Shuro, and Marcel is like, oh my god, what now? And they're thinking like they might tell this to outside, and then everything will be, more troublesome. So then they look at Kabru. They're like, yeah, Kabru might also like talk about all of this, So yeah, and like Chilchak says, like, I'm not really concerned about Shuro because he's just ticked off if put Falin in danger, but like the others are a bit concerning. So Chilchak asks Marcel how much of black magic traces is left now, like if they can gather the evidence and, like, backtrack back to them. And Marcel's like, oh no, the cleaners took care of it. Only thing that is probably there is obviously Falin and my staff. And Marcel's like, oh, let's burn this stuff then. But either way, this is where the trouble strikes, because we realize that the harpies are not only there, there's a big chimera. So yeah, I didn't really pay attention. I didn't understand what was going on, because you can clearly see Falin here, but I was reacting. I didn't pay attention here, so I didn't realize immediately. I thought there was like another cockatrice or something like that, I thought. And then we saw Falin, and I'm like, oh wait, Falin is here. And then I looked at her neck, and there was like feathers. And then I realized, like, when they showed the full scene, I was like, oh god, so this is what happened. And this is what we saw in the previous episode. So yeah, Falin upper body is Falin's body, and then we have the leg, and then the feathers, and then the dragon leg, and the feet. Okay, here's the thing. Her feet is like, the chicken feet. She has like the feathers and everything as well. However, her lower part is of a dragon with the tail. So yeah, she's literally like a mixture of, I think, chicken, dragon, and human, I think. So yeah, fine is there, and you can see her eyes have changed, so she's in her monster personality. So everyone's just like, what the hell? Now here's the thing, this is the other thing that we see. Everyone, obviously, like, Marcel's like, Falin, like, snap out of it. And everyone is just like flabbergasted looking at them. Okay, Shuro says like, Inutade, don't harm her, try to restrain her. And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. She's extremely strong. And yeah, she just immediately kills another one of their people. And yeah, everyone starts attacking her, but it's just not working. Where is that part where Lyle says that, oh wow, so cool? Okay, okay, he says like, what on earth? And he sees the whole, like, Falin. Yeah, it is so cool. Like I said, this is the part which proves how crazy Laios is in his, like, head, and how he's just so, yeah, like, not crazy I would say, but how his whole personality is just like fascination, like, and without any malice he does that. So while everyone is just either devastated, like broken, like Marcel is just screaming that Falin, Falin, it's me. Lance is like, oh wow, it is so cool. Yeah, and then Falin comes down and they start their battle. Like I said, this whole battle happens. That dude brings out the Undine, and it does hurt Falin for a little bit, but it still doesn't work. Now you can see Marcel is still like, please don't, like, hurt her. At which Kabru's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, I like, you're still doing this. Like, and you can see that she's a monster. She's not your, like, like that person anymore that you're trying to save. I cannot allow uh, like my loved ones' lives to be exchanged because of just one person. Yeah, like, so Kabru takes out the thing, the armor and everything. And I was like, why is he taking out his armor? We get to know why later, because he was going to stab. And as we know, like, Kabru is very, like, fascinated with humans. He hates monsters, so he knows how to deal with humans. He said that before in the previous episode. Unlike Laios, who's complete opposite of Kabru, where he's like fascinated with monsters, he doesn't care about humans, so he knows more about monsters. That is why Kabru thought that maybe, like, since Falin's upper body was like a human, he probably thought that this is going to work, but it didn't, because as we get to know later on, Falin's organs and vital spot probably shifted because now she's a chimera. So Kabru will not be of any help in this situation. It'll probably be Laios. Laios will be more knowledgeable about stuff now that Falin is literally a monster. So, like everyone starts fighting in their way that they can. She defeats the Undine immediately. Chilchak and that little guy, like, like hides. Rin uses like lightning or whatever. I don't know what that was. It did kind of rattle like Falin for a little bit, and Laios was like, you know what? Yeah, I have to take care of this. Shuro's right. Tries to take out his weapon to attack Falin, but then for a very small moment, Falin's eyes changed and she became, I think, temporarily going back her reason. And she's like Big Brother Laios, and that made him shake his hand, like, like his weapon fell down. And taking this opportunity, Kabru comes and splits her throat, like, like I said, attacks her vital parts. Doesn't work because she's not a human anymore, as we can see. The vital parts are not there, and yeah, and then she throws Kabru down, kills Kabru immediately. No, doesn't kill Kabru immediately, but Laios tries to help him out, but then yeah, later she kills Kabru as well. Rin again attacks, nothing works, but this time Falin starts like enchanting, like saying a spell, and it's like the spikes come up. So like Marcel saves her group over there. That guy, like, helped the person with him. So this is how we survived. But then, like I said, I think Falin probably gained back her reason for a very moment. She looks like, you can see her eyes have changed again, and taking that opportunity, she probably ran away because she didn't want to hurt them anymore. If her human part probably didn't come back, she probably would have killed everyone. But yeah, she ran. Rin also died at this moment. So yeah, either way, so this guy, I don't know his name, who used the Undine, he knows resurrection. So he's like, let me resurrect a few of them. Cannot resurrect every one of them though. So he starts resurrecting Kabru first, and as soon as Kabru gets up, Kabru's like, oh wait, we should resurrect that girl, Maizuru, first, because she might know about resurrection spells and everything. And like you can see here how Kabru's fascination towards humans comes in handy here, because he observed Maizuru and realized that she probably has like healing spell and resurrection spells. That's why his decision here helped us, because since we resurrected another healer and resurrector, the amount of people we can resurrect now even increased more. So then Marcel is like, oh, I can help, but Shura's like, no, like I don't trust you anymore. Yeah, and here you can see, like, when Shuro asks like what the hell happened with Falin, she says that it's possible that Red Dragon's soul was under some kind of spell, and Falin's soul merged with the dragons, and the lunatic magician transformed her into that creature. And yeah, and she was like, I'm handing over Marcel to the elves, because like they need to know about this situation. But Laios is like, no, like Marcel is not going anywhere. Like we need her help. Like to go and deal with the magician and all that. And she was like, what the hell is wrong with you? What are you going to do now? You're going to kill Falin again and resurrect her back again? How long are you going to continue this? And then they start their whole squabble. And Maizuru gets up, like Maizuru starts healing everyone and resurrecting everyone. And over there, while all of this is happening, Laios and Shuro has their little battle. Like I discussed about this whole section. I gave my thoughts. Like I said, yeah, I agree with Shuro, but at the same time, I'm a small teensy bit biased towards Laios, because we've literally been following him throughout the whole journey. So something like that. But I completely agree with Shuro, and and Laios also says that you should have told me that. But Shuro's like, what the hell? Your personality, your lack of malice is what threw me off the most. I'm really uncomfortable with that. And they just start fighting and just yeah, and start pulling each other's hairs and everything. Okay, so while all of this is happening, Maizuru is like, right, we're low on blood, so like I'll resurrect the that gnome. Senshi can gather the ingredients. Marcel is like, I can also help. Maizuru is like, no, after knowing what you have done, we cannot allow you, but you can heal everyone. That will help us out. Now here's the thing, this is actually a very good plan, a very good I guess you could say idea that Maizuru gave us, that even though people cannot trust Marcel to resurrect others, she can heal them. So Maizuru's train, like her mana, like she can use it solely on resurrecting, and like Marcel can heal them. So it's going to help out in that way. Like up until now, maybe Maizuru had to like resurrect them and heal them at the same time, but since she doesn't have to heal because Marcel can do that, she can put more effort in resurrection, resurrect more people. So that was actually a good compromise. So like Marcel's like, okay, I can do that. So she goes and starts healing everyone over there. Oh, wait a minute! I just realized this now. I was a bit confused in this scene. There was like a little collage of like different scenes, how everyone is helping like everyone, and then we have Senshi fighting with a harpy, and I'm like, what is this? I just realized now what he was doing here. He was probably gathering the egg, and as Maizuru said, the ingredients. So I think he probably nabbed the egg in this in this taking this opportunity. Like he was gathering the ingredients and probably saw like a harpy or something, or like an egg, tried to get it, and the harpy probably attacked him, and that is the scene that we are seeing. Good God. He has his priorities straight. Okay, so yeah, little by little, everyone is resurrected now. While over there, Shuro and Laios is just squabbling amongst each other. In the end, Shuro gets defeated, and Senchi's like, here, food, eat. So Laios says, you go back, Shuro. Get some food, get some rest. You can see how I was able to defeat you. It's because we are well fed, unlike you. So yeah, and after that, Maizuru is like, oh, we've defeated everyone. We've resurrected everyone. Like, like Ade. What was her name? Ade? No. Asebi. And she's like, Asebi is still missing. And she was obviously surprised because she thought that Shuro would be like, no, we'll continue this whole journey. But after the battle, little squabble with Laios, he realized that yeah, we need to go back because we're not in our full power. We can, if we continue this, that'll be a very big mistake. So he's like, yeah, like we're going back. And when she's like, but Asabi is here, she's like, oh, she must have ran away. And everyone's like, oh, sorry, like like we weren't able to help, the kunoichis. She was like, oh, don't worry about it, it's fine. Everyone's like, wow, didn't expect that. Everyone's very surprised with his change in attitude. Yeah. Now, Shuro in the end tells Laios that I'm going back to my homeland. I'm not coming back again. And he says that. And Shuro, Laios is like, what did Falin say to your proposal? And he says like, I proposed to her, but she said that she will need a little bit of time. And he then talks about how he was fascinated by her personality and like the way she spoke and all that stuff. We see. And he says like, I wish I have told her sooner. Elias is like, don't worry, if you see Fallon, we'll tell her about about all of this that you told me. And he's like, this is what I envy about you as well, the fact that he can be so so in a weird way, like casual and decisive about stuff like this. Important things that needs to be said, he can say that. And Laios also thanks Kabru, and he's like, like since you try like an attack Fallon and you did that, I realized that she's not a human, like her whole organ structure is not a human anymore. And he starts talking about like the chimera, how this part is probably here, this part is probably there. And Kabru's like yeah, there's a lot of plenty of skilled adventurers, no one like him, he might be able to do this, but a lot of skilled adventurers might fail because he's so fascinated with monsters and he's just so obsessed with them. He knows about monsters in and out. This is where Kabru's like, but the problem is not that. The problem is that if he's able to defeat the like the magician, he will get this kingdom. And when he's going to get this kingdom, what will he do? Because of his personality, that is concerning. And this is one thing that the orc also talked about. The orc told Laios that you need to start thinking about this. If you are able to defeat the magician, and then you'll get this kind of, what will you do then? Like you'll have a lot of responsibility. And that's what Kabru is also thinking. Like when he will have this kingdom and this whole like place filled with monsters underneath him, what will he do with them? How will he act? Because his emotional like, what can I say, like his personality, his like the way he looks at other people, and he's like basically apathetic towards people. That is a concern. And if he becomes the leader of this place, so all that stuff he's thinking, like all that aside, like Laios is like, oh, here we go, like harpy egg tamagoyaki, eat. And Kabru at first was like, what the hell? And he like, I think like he literally goes through flashbacks of all the different times when he got killed by monsters and everything, and how he hates them. But then there's Laios, and he's like, okay, I'll eat it, because like this is Kabru. He to put someone in his favor and make a good impression on others, he'll do stuff like this. He'll endure stuff like this. Either way, the return magic was ready, and here's where Shuro gives Laios the bell kind of thing and tells him that if you're able to defeat the magician, it's all well and good, but if you get stuck somehow, you need to get out. Ring this bell, we'll send escorts. And there you go. And then they say goodbye. Kabru's also like, do you remember my name? And he's like, yeah. Laios is like, I remember. And he's like, good. We should make sure to keep keep my name in, like keep remembering my name. I'll see you later. Goodbye. And obviously that is a hint that he'll come back. I don't know when and how and why, but we'll get to that later, I'm guessing. And then they're back on the journey again to defeat the magician. And Marcel is a bit depressed, but Lars is like, don't worry, we'll go through this. We'll overcome this. That's where it ended. Great episode. Like I said, a lot of interesting things happened today. And I just, the whole thing with Falin was, yeah. But let's wait and see what happens. And yeah, like I said, what I think is going to happen is that they're going to go and tell the Lord of the dungeon, this island, what's happened, and the Lord will probably not let this information get leaked to the elves, because if the elves know about this, they'll send their people here, and the Lord will probably try to just let this happen, because Shuro, Laius's group is actually going to defer the magician, which is obviously something that aligns with his interest, that is getting the hands on the blueprint. I think something like that is going to happen. Let's wait and see. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching. This was my reaction to episode number 17 of Dungeon Meshi. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below. Anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Dungeon Meshi. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.